WWE SummerSlam 2024 will take place in Cleveland, Ohio, and it is usually considered the biggest event of the summer in the WWE. And this year's card looks nothing less than epic because we've got six championship matches and one match that will outlast these other championship matches because I think this year's SummerSlam is going to be epic, just like so many SummerSlam we have witnessed. And this being my first official video on the channel, so I thought let's predict SummerSlam 2024 match by match. Let's start off with the championship match between Damian Priest and Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship. I mean, if you look at the build to this match, it hasn't been that great build because unlike Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley and all these other matches, they've had a build up for quite some months now. But the thing with Gunther and Priest, I mean, it started with Gunther winning the King of the Ring and earning himself a shot at the World Championship at SummerSlam, and then Priest, overcoming all these people like from Jey Uso to Drew McIntyre to Seth Rollins and Drew McIntyre at Money in the Bank. So, I mean, WWE are now doing a good job of building this matchup for at SummerSlam because we saw this past week on Monday Night Raw that there was a huge brawl between Gunther and Damian Priest because WWE are clearly persisting with Damian Priest as the babyface in this feud, and Gunther, who was getting cheered, getting cheered a couple of weeks ago, is now getting booed because of all the horrible stuff that he said to to Priest. So I think this match has the potential of being an absolute fantastic match because the match itself is going to be a banger of a match. There is no doubt about that. So who I think is going to win? I think I mean, you can make a case for Gunther. The old thing of not delaying the inevitable because Gunther will be champion in very near future. But WWE seem to pick Priest for some reasons, and I wouldn't be surprised because if he retains the championship. But I mean, how do I see that happening at SummerSlam? I mean, it's a huge event. A huge title change could be on the cards. So, but I do believe WWE will do it. I think the Judgment Day will dominate much of the part of SummerSlam because of these two matches, and I think they've been the main stake on Raw. So I think some shenanigans from Finn Balor and the rest of the Judgment Day. But I do believe Gunther will end up winning the World Heavyweight Championship that he was meant to win after WrestleMania defeat to Sami Zayn. So my prediction is Gunther. Next up on the card is the Women's World Heavyweight Championship match between Liv Morgan, the champion, and the returning Rhea Ripley, Mammy of the Judgment Day. I mean, there is a huge rivalry between these two. These two women don't like each other, and there's the middle conspiracy, middle stuff going on with Dominic Mysterio. We saw this past week on Monday Night Raw. The Dominic Mysterio clearly stated to Liv Morgan that he hates her, and he absolutely hates her, and he sided with Rhea Ripley before getting licked and kissed and all that kind of stuff. But I mean, all signs do point toward Dominic Mysterio costing Rhea Ripley the title match. The, I mean, at SummerSlam because I mean, it can't. I mean, there's no point in having Rhea Ripley win the championship because I think Liv Morgan has been an excellent champion so far. All her work, her in-ring work is always great, but her outside of the ring, she's been pretty good. So I think I would be very surprised if they put the title on Rhea Ripley now because I think this feud has the potential to go all the way through the year, maybe up until WrestleMania. So my prediction is Liv Morgan retains the Women's World Heavyweight Championship. Next up is the SmackDown's WWE Women's Championship, where Bayley will defend, similar to Nia Jax, who won the Queen of the Ring tournament to get this title shot. And there's a huge rivalry between these two from the past, where Nia Jax injured Bayley, and these two. I mean, it's what they talked about on this past week on SmackDown with that split screen thing. I mean, which I felt really odd. So the build-up hasn't been really great. There's of course the looming factor of Tiffany Stratton cashing in the Money in the Bank contract, unlike the men, which was absolutely washed away on the same night. But there's the looming danger of that on both people. So I do believe Bailey will retain this championship, in my opinion. I think it's too early to take the title offer. So I do believe Bailey will somehow retain the championship. Next up is the Intercontinental Championship rematch from Money in the Bank, where Sami Zayn will defend his championship against Braun Breaker, the man who is absolutely intended on destroying. And I've got a big prediction for this one because maybe I haven't seen people talk about this, but I think my theory is similar to what happened between Brock Lesnar and John Cena a couple of so many years back, and where Brock Lesnar destroyed. I think Braun Breaker is going to absolutely destroy Sami Zayn. Because the way the match went out at Money in the Bank, I mean, Sami Zayn just took one haluva kick to beat Braun Breaker, someone the WWE is portraying as the next big thing, the next big beast in the company. I mean, they've got to, they've almost have to, solidify him yet again and give him the dominant victory, I think. And I think it will happen. I think Braun Breaker will eventually win the Intercontinental Championship. And some people may ask, what does it mean for Sami Zayn? Well, I'll tell you what it means for Sami Zayn because we got a clue. We got a little clue what could be in store for Sami Zayn this past week on Raw. Because I believe when we eventually get to the Bloodline, what's the Bloodline match at Survivor Series, I think Sami Zayn is going to get inserted back into the OG Bloodline, and they've set the roots for that. So I think Sami Zayn is going to get himself involved with that in the near future. But I think for now he is going to lose his Intercontinental Championship to Braun Breaker. Next up on my list is the United States Championship match between the champion Logan P, and LA Knight. Yeah, yeah, of course. So Logan Paul against LA Knight in Cleveland, in the hometown of Logan Paul. I mean, this match has been building and building and building for quite some times now because there was the in between Money in the Bank match where LA Knight got himself involved over there, but he didn't win that. So, I mean, Logan Paul he's been like so many 7 8 months since he's been there, but he's only defended a couple of times. So I think it's time to take the belt off. And it's time to give LA Knight his due moment, his defining moment, his first defining moment in the WWE. And that's beating Logan Paul inside his home stadium, his home city, in his own city of Cleveland. I think it's time to put the title on LA Knight to see what he does with it, how he elevates himself. So I think Logan Paul is going to lose, and I think your new United States champion is going to be LA Knight. Yeah. The next match, which is I'm going to discuss, is the WWE Championship match between Cody Rhodes, the champion, and the new self-proclaimed tribal chief Solo Sikoa. I mean, this match has happened. This match is happening due to the reason Solo Sikoa pinned Cody Rhodes in the middle of the ring, 1, 2, 3 at Money in the Bank in that six-man tag match. I mean, this bloodline has been an absolute. They've been causing chaos. They've destroyed Cody Rhodes. They destroyed Randy Orton in front of him. They destroyed Kevin Owens. I mean, destroyed everyone, even Paul Heyman a couple of weeks ago. So this is a huge match. This is an earned match for Solo Sikoa where Cody Rhodes, I mean, some people say his reign is boring, but I think it's just getting started. I think after this, Cody Rhodes' reign is not that boring. I mean, I'm sick of these people who just say that because I think his reign has been okay. Like he had banger matches in both times with Styles, and then a good match in Saudi Arabia with Logan Paul as well. So I think he's going to defend the championship, and I think he'll win. But the big thing that everyone is looking for, because this match is going to be the main event at SummerSlam, so you assume that something big's gonna happen, and I think that big thing is going to be the return of the real tribal chief Roman Reigns. Yes, I believe he will return, and I believe whether I mean it's another thing whether he's going to return before the game, sorry, during the match or after the match. But I think he's going to come back and he's going to take out Solo Sikoa. Yeah, that's what he's going to do. So keep yourself ready for the return of the real tribal chief. And as for the result, Cody Rhodes is definitely winning this one. Last but not the least, in my opinion, the biggest match of this year's SummerSlam so far, you know, is finally it was made official this past week on Raw as Drew McIntyre versus CM Punk is going down at SummerSlam, but with a huge caveat that Seth freaking Rollins is going to be the special guest referee in this match because he doesn't like either of them. Nobody can control Punk and Drew McIntyre, so it's gonna be Seth freaking Rollins to control. Whether he can, I mean, what's gonna happen? I mean, this is going to be first CM Punk's first one-on-one match in the WWE for 11 years almost. So he got hurt at the Royal Rumble. We hope that match is going to be safe because we can't just have CM Punk, get himself injured again. So I think Rollins will have a big role to play in this, and I do believe that Drew McIntyre is going to win this first bout because I do believe Punk and McIntyre are going to face each other a lot. This feud has been that started in January, and it's been 7 months, and I think it's going to go throughout the year. And I just think Drew McIntyre is going to win by hook or by crook somehow with some shenanigans from Seth Rollins or something else. I think Drew McIntyre is going to get the win in this time, and we'll see what happens. So yeah, between Uncle Howdy or Chad Gable or between these teams. But this hasn't been made official yet, but I do believe it will be. So I haven't included that. So yeah, do let me know in the comment section what are your predictions for this year's SummerSlam, and smash the like button. I'm in my infant stages in this channel, so I will need all the smart support I can get. So subscribe to the channel. If I'm not going to say if, I mean you're definitely going to be new here. I only have 3 subscribers so far, so subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon button so you can get notification. Do let me know in the comment section your prediction for this year's SummerSlam. I'm out of here. Bye bye.